And we are off and synced from the beginning. Oh boy. And a small key to Hyrule Castle to start.
Nice beginning.
So in V29, I believe that still that there is a small bug where the uncle will still give you full magic or bombs or arrows if you get the respective randomized mode weapons. So if you did not know, there's now a new standard randomized weapon mode. You may have seen it in the dailies if you've been watching those, or your favorite streamer practicing for the next tournament. So there's currently a bug where Uncle can give you full magic if he has Fire Rod, Burn Up, Samaria, or gives you 10, 15 bombs, etc. He'll basically still give you those. So it's actually a good play to start at Uncle now. But instead he just gives you a net. And he gets a 1 bomb right off the bat. So that's interesting. I don't know if that will affect his routing at all.
It looks like so, because he did start at Sanctuary instead of going farming for bombs near the Grove.
Yeah, that does seem like it could. I mean, there's also the thing where if he has 1 bomb, he maybe could have done that as well. But this is a play that's pretty common in Keysanity to farm up these bombs. You need money, because money now can't appear in the village as often. Which is just due to the fact that there are now more keys and items in the pool. So you need money to buy bombs. It's harder to get money. So a lot of people will start with Houlihan. Neither one are Houlihan today. Or at least haven't yet. They're probably delaying it until they absolutely need to.
Yeah, which does come with a small risk too, because when you don't start with Houlihan, you run into the risk of getting a Flippers, and then you're stuck for a while, not be able to do Houlihan.
Bid key to Tower of Hera for Andy. So that's actually a pretty useful bid key. That opens up a lot of chests in Hera. Hera initially only has 2 open, but if you find the hammer, or sorry, if you find the bid key, you can actually grab 2 extra chests from that dungeon. The 3rd and 4th chest require other items. And there's another bid key on the race game. And bid key to Ice Palace. Not as useful with the glitches that we use. We won't need that. Or so it's nice to have, because it kind of tells you, well, maybe we have to go this way.
Get a small key for Desert Palace inside Blind's Hut, and that's about it so far. Only a few hearts. Well, how about that? A hook shot. Now, this is going to be a bit useful depending on what's the stun prize. Finding out that the stun prize is bombs could be very useful this early in the game.
Okay. So just going through the small key of Dark Palace. So one interesting thing is you can keep an eye out on the compasses and maps now, and kind of take that as like a hint as to where you're supposed to go. The logic will never give you access to maps and keys, or sorry, maps and compasses after a boss. So basically, you have to complete a dungeon for them to be in logic, which is interesting. For those of you who don't know what the compasses and maps do in this mode, the maps allow you to see if they're a crystal or a pendant. The compasses allow you to see how many items are left in a dungeon. Not as useful for these runners who probably have all that memorized, but they do need the maps at least to get information. They can also get information from Sashrilla in the hut next to Eastern Palace. They can find out which dungeon is the green pendant. They can also talk to the bomb vendor. He'll tell them which they will basically tell you which thing is the 5-6 crystals. So those are useful information to grab, which you normally wouldn't go to.
Yeah, and information in Keysanity is even more valuable, as without any of those items, you can't really know what's going on. And dungeon diving without every key in the dungeon can be quite lucrative sometimes, and other times it's going to waste a lot of time. So might as well collect information along the way. Now, just like in pretty much every mode of Randomizer, they go through Kakariko and do around the dam and usually then to Moldorm Cave, just because the sheer number of items across this routing just gives them access to whatever they need to start opening up this seed.
So both runners are essentially taking the same route. They only varied a little bit on which way they went into Kakariko, one from the north and one from the south. And grabbing that heart in one go, thanks to the hook shot. Doing Moldorm Cave right now. Hook shot makes it super free. Ooh, gloves this early. That's good to get out of the way. And a bid key to Thieves Town, another great bid key. So we're getting actually pretty useful keys at the start here, which is nice. There are a lot of keys in this that don't do very much. We seem to be basically only getting useful ones at the start here.
And he did get a very cool 8-drop for bombs, which is pretty useful. Yep. Of course, he already had a few bombs already, but you never have too much bombs this early in the seed. As long as you don't have a reliable weapon, that's your only source of damage.
Now, the interesting is that another one to Turtle Rock even. Oh my goodness. Okay, that one seems important, and it is. But I find that because it still requires like 3 small keys just to beat the boss, it's just slightly less needed. But with these bid keys that they have 3 bid keys that unlock multiple items without any small keys. The least useful one being Ice Palace, then Eastern, but Thieves Town and Desert are actually extremely useful. And if we get the hammer, we'll have access to Hera and Thieves Town at the same time. We need the bow to get access to the last item in Eastern. Oh, and Turtle Rot, but Turtle Rot's green. So early big key, but oh, there's our moon pearl. And another big key. This one's the Desert Palace.
Man, this is very generous with the big keys.
Wow.
It doesn't quite open up anything yet, as they still need a few ways to travel around, either by finding the hammer or the titans, or, you know, also a weapon would be nice.
Yeah. Yeah, they have the hook shot, which acts as it does a good impression of a weapon in some places.
Oh yeah, that's true. There's a lot of enemies you can kill with the hook shot,
Those
which is
popos
very nice.
showed that off real nice.
Yeah. Now, of course, without the bow inside Eastern, they will not be able to complete it from the start, but at least they'll be able to check most of the items in here, except for whatever Armos has, of course.
And these runners have basically checked the exact same thing. They are routing identically. Oh, in the book, we have Desert Palace open and completable 100%.
Look at that. Looks like we'll not be having some silverless Ganon.
Oh, yeah. Fine. We have access to everything. Doesn't mean that we can beat it. Okay, so this room, Crystal's thought through it really well. With the hook shot, it's not too bad to get through because you can kill the popos. Trying to do that with absolutely nothing is really hard, actually, as easy as that can be.
Yeah, finding your way through these dark rooms without a sword to make the sparkles appear on your sprite is quite difficult, as you don't really know where your position is, but at least they do have the hook shot to fire, so they know exactly where they are. That and these guys know what they're doing. They've been through these dark rooms so many times that by now they probably feel the way through their rooms pretty much.
Yeah, Christos making a... Oh, Andy changing his mind. Is he going to go to Death Mountain? Is this going to be the first change of route we get?
Ooh, I think so.
We haven't seen back of escape yet from either runner. And just red rupee from Adina. What's the back of escape going to hold us for us? Maybe a weapon? Maybe a lamp? Fire rod would be the best, actually, in this situation right here. Oh, there's the hammer. We have Dark World access right from that.
Yeah, I'm going to say hammer is a pretty good thing to find right here.
Yep. Where's Andy going to go? Is he going to check Dark World from here? No, he's actually going to do escape with his newly found hammer. That's a good idea. So this is the first. So this is a major divergence now. So this made sense, both in logic and with what items. The Hyrule Castle key is required for the logic to get the last few chests in here. I wouldn't be surprised if Andy does the Dark Room as well, which would be out of sequence. If he finds the cape or 2 swords, he can check Adina, or small to Dark Palace. So I think that was 2 that they have so far now.
Yep. With a total of
3
16.
actually.
3. Oh, that's even better.
So 3 lets them check most except the boss. 4 would let them technically check everything, even though it'll be out of sequence. 300 rupees, that's really good. So that puts Christos in range of... That puts Christos in a really good spot. And he checked the torch, so that torch is not needed. It's one spot that takes the boots out of logic. Oh, and the fire rod in the dungeon! That's required. That could mean that Land Molus is required right here. He's collecting magic so he can do it. That's actually huge.
Yeah, Landmo with Fire Rod is not a very hard fight, but you have to
Nope.
be really precise with your shots.
He doesn't have much of anything though. He doesn't have magic. And there isn't much in the dungeon itself. And it doesn't look like Andy found anything in an escape. I got really excited with the fire rod. I missed what the last chest was. Small key to Skullwoods.
But now we'll see even more divergence as Andy starts exploring the Dark World with his newfound hammer. Going straight for Hyde Cave, pretty good idea considering there are 5 items right here up for grabs.
Yep, and it's small key to Castle Tower is interesting, and Skullwood's far less interesting.
Yeah, small keys for Skullwoods and Meyer are kind of useless in general.
So there are some magic here, and then there's some magic in the actual boss room itself, or just in the room before the boss. But not much at all. Desert Palace and Misery Mire. Oh, this is not a crystal that Christos is at.
Yeah, ice.
Oh, ice. Okay, I misread the thing. That's fine. That's better for Christos. That means that this is oh no, that would have been good. Again, things all messed up today. Bomb Landmo, because it's technically in logic. Wow, those were some good bombs. He's at least getting at least 1 hit every time. Wow, he's got a kill already. Oh, and the Lambos just walked right into his bomb. Oh my gosh, this RNG on these, on where they're moving is like amazing. They're like, oh, not that one though. Didn't need it from Andy. It's just a map. He's gonna pick it up though. He gets 1 down.
Only 1 Landmo left alive with 2 bombs.
Try to fire on this. Yeah. He gets it. Oh wow, that was insane. What a boss fight. And a big key to Misery Mire. Okay, it was a pendant, which is hilarious because I made that mistake earlier. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. It's still required though, so that's huge. That was amazing. And Andy's doing there too.
So I hope you like this fight,
magic.
guys. Because Bob Landmo is not something you see every day.
Andy is gonna have more equipment. Also, he has the hammer, so this isn't actually Bombos. he can just hammer the fight, so we probably won't see bomb from him. This Christos is about to feel so dumb. Not really dumb. He's gonna feel really proud he did it, but then he's gonna be like, "Oh no, why did I do that?" And there's his hammer. He's probably thinking, "Oh, I just did a lot of work for very little."
At least he gave us.
I don't know. Mr. Meyer, big key. Christos doing the back of a state in the quasi-dark. Good question is, why would Andy go to DP instead of Dark World? In hopes of finding Titans, probably. The walk to get into Dark World is pretty long if you do not have Titans, if you're trying to get into like the Village of Outcasts. So runners will sometimes put it off as long as they can. And then we're going to see yeah, it looks like we're going to see Hype Cave from Christos. Probably some other checks as well.
Yeah, I gotta say, especially without the mirror too. Without the mirror, you have no way of coming back to the light world except for save and quitting, so traveling around in dark world isn't very efficient.
Yeah. You really want Titans to travel around dark world efficiently. Well, Titans and Hammer. And Christos going to the 5 chests. You'll find that there is nothing of use here. I'll be curious to see who goes to Zora area first. Christos going to get that information of Ice and Misery Mire being the 5-6.
Yeah, we still haven't seen any map checks too because they haven't found any useful maps so far.
Yeah, no, they're feeling pretty unknowledgeable. They have some information. They know what 4 thins are if they've checked all the things. So. Andy about to start the fight. He's probably going to use his fire rod because he's got enough. And with the fire rod, this fight is extremely easy. Nice thing to point out, they already have Andy already has a full line of what's it called? Wow, and there it is, the 1 cycle. Perfect magic usage. Both runners collecting a 5-6 or collecting a red-blue pendant.
Christos did pick up a map here at the digging game for Swamp Palace. I guess we'll see maybe later on if he decides to check a quick map check. Probably if he finds a couple more maps, it's going to be worth the small time it takes to open up the map menu.
Christos looks like he's going to go to Death Mountain.
Still a sequence break, but a very minor one, just because it's so easy to go through these corridors once you know them.
It also gives a lot of good routed information. If you find the flute here, then you kind of know where the lamp is. If you find the lamp here, then you know that the flute is somewhere down there. So you can actually get some pretty good information by doing this.
Indeed. And it does unlock the old man as a starting point.
And with the items that they have, doing this makes a lot of sense because you can complete Tower of Hera minus the. Oh, there's another big key! Wow, the big key to Skull Woods only opens up one item, but still, it's good to get that out of the way before you've even gone to Skull Woods. Wow, the only thing that he's not going to be able to check while up here in Light World is going to be the Hera small key chest. That's it. Everything else you can grab.
Oh, do you even see that? There's only 3 dungeons left that they don't have the big key from. It's amazing.
Yeah, and one of them, it's not needed to beat the dungeon. And one of them is GT, which is the most important one. So, kind of trade-off there. Christos going to do the bomb jump here. Hard to learn. Okay, so just some bombs in the first chest for Andy. And 2 castle tower keys and... Oh, flippers in Skull Woods. Interesting.
That's an even better incentive to go check what Zora has.
Yeah. No need to do anything fancy. If he finds Mirror in this area of Dark World, that will be quite useful for him. I wonder if he's going to try to kill Mocula.
It's going to be a bit hard to get to him, though.
Oh, right, no sword. Yeah, unfortunate. I just want to see the hammer fight.
Yeah. I mean, we already saw a bomb fight, so why not?
Okay, so he'll just find a sword right here. Or he'll... I wonder if he'll make the gamble. It's a bit of a waste of time. But what if he goes and checks that lawn chest? Yeah, that guy won't move, unfortunately. It's impossible to get that guy to move. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and that... Oh, no. That was a rude mummy.
It was a nice try on Andy, though, to try and use those invulnerability frames to go through that door.
Yeah, unfortunately, it didn't work out. Okay, just kill him. Hey, that was useful. Okay, so he's gonna... Okay, dude, that mummy was not in the wrong spot there. Ooh, just a compass. So flippers, though, still useful. And the lamp is in Hera, so the flute is probably in Dark World. Andy's probably gonna find the flute. That's huge. That's it. Oh, and the smoking of these town, both these runners. Whoa. Okay, so both these runners so far have found very interesting things. And he's found the flippers, and we now have information that the flute is wow, interesting. Okay. This is crazy. So flute's either in Zora domain or it's in like the Village of Outcasts. Or, I mean, depending on what we find down here. This is pretty nuts. It could also be under a billion miles of logic. A small key of Ganon's Tower, not what we're looking for with the words Ganon's Tower on them.
Seeing a few of them is not that bad. Saves a few seconds having at least 2.
Yep. Oh, I didn't know you could just walk through that bumper. I thought you had to dash through. That's cool to know. And he only get money?
Christos makes it through that Moldorm fight with only 3 hits with the hammer. He gets rewarded with ether.
Oh, that could be huge. Oh, it's another pendant. $600 in Thieves Town already. Just like to point out.
And it looks like Andy did pick up the King of Berna inside of Thieves Town here, so that's a real nice find. Makes the...
I think you got that in the Sea House.
Oh, in the Sea House, I missed that. I'm sorry. But it did make... It will make the blind fight completely easy.
Very long walk for one of our runners right now. Chris did not check ether with his book. He can't get the item there, but you can still check it. Oh, that's nothing. So it's kind of interesting that we already have two green, like 2 off-color pendants. We don't have green. It's pet is really rare in Randomizer. So now both runners are kind of converging. There's the sword. Whoa. Okay, that's good to have. That puts Mothula into logic. That puts the ether can be cast. So now you can technically access the last 2 dungeons, but we do need. Wow. Okay, this is big. The thing that we can do is we can check Mothula. That is what that adds. There's a bit of other things you can do. Christos is not going to get his flippers right away because he is going to the village first.
Andy finds another key for Dark Palace, which currently puts him at 3, I believe. So now we know where 4 of these keys are.
Okay, and Andy's just using his sword. Not too difficult. You do have to be a little bit closer than you are with Master Sword. And he does it really well.
Yep, got through the fight perfectly.
So, advantage that Chris has is he can check the big chest. He has the small key that he got in Death Mountain. He can also check Skullwood's big chest. Again, another thing that Andy can't check. Okay, so it looks like Andy's gonna make the play.
Yeah, it's a pretty good idea considering he has everything needed to beat this dungeon. Might as well.
Fire Rod and Hammer will make short work of Mothula and the dungeon itself. It's only 4 hammer shots, so it's not too bad. Grabbing that spare key there is a good play. Christos about to get his sword. Once he blows up this wall, you can use that as a little bit of extra time. Ooh, Andy. I missed that. I was watching Christos. Oh, he just death looked. That's right. So this is going to be a big deal. Whatever is in, if there's something in this small key chest, that's going to hurt Andy a lot, routing wise. Oh, and that's the Titans. It's vanilla. That's vanilla. That's that gate. Well, like I said, if there's something big, that's about as big as it can get, because that opens up Turtle Rock as a possibility. We don't know what his medallion is, but that's huge.
Indeed, that's one of those items you really can't just ignore for long, or you just fall behind.
The only upside on that is that locks so many places behind it. There is a good chance. Oh man. I mean, it's not over, because again, that could lead Christos down a lot of rabbit holes. Because if I could pick one item to be my go mode in every seed, it would be Titan's Mitts. 100%. Oh, this is a thing.
It's definitely an advantage for Christos right now, but as we all know how Randomizer works, it did open up so many locations that he might just go on a wild goose chase here and trying to find his next progression item.
I wonder if Christos is going to go up to Skullwoods after this. Probably. Although he'll be real tempted not to. And he's going to feel... He might do around the world with the... He has a lot of options, basically. I don't know what I do in this case. This would be pretty crazy. He did sequence break. He does still need to find the flute. So... keep in mind that was technically locked behind the flute.
Now, if Andy finds anything useful here, it's gonna maybe send him away from where he needs to go.
I can't expect the flute not to be here. It's either here or in the first half of Pod. There's a few other places, but it's probably going to be here. Yeah, Christos going to Skullwoods. This makes sense. I really don't like that red guard, by the way, that Christos is running away from.
Oh yeah,
Did you catch what was on the ledge?
I did not, unfortunately.
Chat will. We don't have a cape. Oh, cape was on ledge. Okay, so now everyone's saying that Aga. That makes, yeah. Cape's a big deal. Chris was about to get his shield. Or sorry, his flippers. Shield. Okay, so that does actually open up some stuff. Okay, now is there going to be another big item here? No. Okay, so only one of those two was a big item.
Yeah, judging by his routing, oh, looks like Andy has
He
another
realized
idea.
he didn't do this. Oh. That was a scam. That was today's scam. Double
Yeah.
scams today. Christos finding the disappointment of the lamp.
Yeah, with the cape in hand, I believe Andy is going towards the bumper cave to see what's on there. Because
Yeah.
we haven't checked that.
And neither runner's checked it yet. It could be useful. And it is nope. Did he just jump through that?
I think
Without
so.
taking damage? What? I thought that that would hit you when you're in midair, but I guess not. That's cool. And he is moving towards the catfish, everyone's favorite spot for progression. I absolutely didn't lie with that statement, for sure.
Yeah, there was certainly not air quotes around that.
So this fight is quite difficult. It requires 8 fire rod shots or 4 hammer. So he's gonna try to use the fight. Wow, he's just Mothula is just kind of chilling. So what makes this fight difficult is it's just the fact that it's broken, like in the worst way. So if he takes damage and hits a spike, it nullifies that damage. Oh, there's a boomerang. Andy is taking those castle tower keys. So does he know the dark maze enough? That's my question.
I think he does. It's not an easy one by all means.
No, well, he has the fire rod, so it's not too hard. I think you just move a little bit up and you can hit a torch. So it's not the worst. Christos is gonna check Dark Death Mountain. This is a really good idea. There are 7 items up here. 5 in Hookshot Cave and 2 in Super Bunny Cave, as we call it. Andy choosing to death warp again.
It's the fastest way back to the entrance, so we can check the castle tower. But he's slowly running out of places to check right now. It's only a matter of time before he decides to go up Death Mountain, or go into pod, possibly.
Christos is trying his best to find... Oh, it's wait, we don't have access. Huh. Interesting. I mean, we don't have Samaria, so it doesn't matter too much, but that's still good to know. Oh, and Salty Turtle Rock. That's another one. Is he gonna go to Bumper Cave? He is. So Bumper Cave is actually in logic with just the Cane of Burna, as long as you have with full magic. You can just walk to the end, not to gain damage. So this is not too difficult.
Yeah, it does look like right now like Andy's gonna check the pyramid, and then after that go straight into pod, because there's not a lot of locations left that the flute can be in.
Yeah, for Andy, he's not sequence breaking at all, pretty much. Just the compass. Won't be touching that. Yeah, it looks like Christos, I assume, is going to check all the water stuff, including Zora. He'll find the cape. Might send him in a different direction. I kind of assume that Flute is in pod at this point. It's going to be in the first part of pod that isn't Flute locked. It's pretty much all it's gotta be. I mean, or it could be behind more logic, right? So anytime that we say something could be somewhere, it could also have a progression item that locks that item further. So this game gets complicated sometimes.
Indeed, but as we've seen so far, there's not much, because going up Death Mountain is pretty big, and to go up Death Mountain, there's only two ways by logic. You need either the power gloves and the lamp, or the flute. So, yeah. Of course, being inside of Palace of Darkness here without the big key is not preferred.
Witch! Burn!
Well, my statement still stands, but apparently Seed has different plans.
Also, Christos continually breaking the logic. Has no chill about it. Get it? It's funny because he's a nice palace.
And he finds Bambos here. Not a bad find. Still not sure if it's gonna be useful or not. We know Thorough Rock is locked behind Quake, but Misery Mire could still be used for Bambos.
Okay, so Andy, finding the bow and pod would be pretty big for him. You're gonna see the Ice Palace bomb jump here, probably, most likely. Probably done first try. Yep. I wish I was good enough to do that first try. But that's why these guys are in the finals. Because they are, honestly, two of the best, two of the top players. Oh, there's the... Wow, that's the mirror. That's huge. There's the flute!
Now there's your progression.
Oh! I wasn't expecting the double progression. Wow! Not expected at all. Jeez. What's Christos doing? Oh, he was waiting. Small City Tower of Hera for Christos. Did Christos forget which? That was kind of funny. He forgot which block moves. Mildly funny.
Hey, happens to the best of us.
Pretty much. Okay, so we're going to get to see very awesome. This is one of my favorite tricks in the game, and that is the the I've got cold and I'm a bit sick. Hammer Yump lets you skip an entire key in this dungeon, saves 45 seconds, and the no major glitches are out, and is also quite difficult. The key to Jan's Tower is in the maze! Wow, this is a huge dungeon, jeez. Wait, the freezer can be moved back by the hook shot?
Well, that's new.
That's new to me.
Now, of course, with finding the flute and the mirror, Andy did find a lot of good stuff there inside of Palace of Darkness, but I do think he's still a bit behind. Just
probably. It depends on if there's anything in ice. If there's nothing in ice, less good for Christos. But yeah, the big thing is that there's no way Andy goes back to Thieves Town until it is actually his last option. So, luckily, again, when I said Titan's Mist would be the one item I think most people would pick to be their go mode, there's a reason. Another small T Turtle Rock. Man, the more of those we find, the more PED comes into play. Very few items can be on pedestal at this point. One of them is the bow. And I think that's about it. Yeah, that's pretty much the only one. So we got all the keys that we need across our runners. Oh, he's farming magic. That's what he's doing.
Yeah,
And
with
he's-
no Master Sword and no Bombos, he needs full magic if he wants to be able to kill the ice shell on top of Cold Stare.
Yeah. Ah, he's out. He's deciding it's not worth it. He's not 100% sure where he wants to go. I'm a little surprised he didn't go. There's magic you can get with that extra key he used. On the right side of the boss, like, you know, that big room with the Stalfos Knight. You could drop the block down, go in that room, get that magic. I think there's 3 pots there. Come back and get the last pot he needs from beneath the chest just before the boss. So, oh, was that key not there? My bad. Apologies, guys. I thought he had grabbed that key. Thank you, guys. I missed the he'd already grabbed it. So this guy, yeah, there he goes. Pterodactyl dead.
And with Christos making his way inside Pod, he will soon find pretty much all the items Andy just found, including the flute, and of course the big key for this dungeon.
Yep.
You will also find Bombos, a bit late to be useful for him, but like I said earlier, might still be useful for Misery Mire. Oh, and let's not forget Mirror. Very important item. Now, I was looking at that. Could the boots be on the pedestal by any chance?
I mean, they could, but they probably aren't required.
You say that.
Like, it could be required for GT, but
Oh no, because we already have the big key for GT Drat.
yeah. Oh yeah, no, of course. So yeah, no, we're good on that. The only thing could be the bow. I mean, the bow could be on GT ledge. Or sorry, the bow could be on. No, it can't. It can't really. I don't think the boots can be.
Well, it's probably better that way. You don't want a bootless seed.
Oh, there's that bot, right? There's that Bombos. He did a little slash there, and I think that was anger.
Christos finds Bombos at the same time, and he finds Ether. Not bad.
While our runners at about the hour mark of this run are just kind of retracing over their own steps at this point, we'll remind you guys to follow the runners. They've been playing really hard in this tournament. There's another tournament coming up. It is full. It had a hard cap of 512 people. But if you do want to play, if you were thinking about it, you can always go back to the... you can always go back on the list. There's a waiting list, and if previous tournaments show anything, lots of people will drop out over time, especially closer to the tournament itself. So if you want to play, just make sure you're on that list. And also, don't forget about the other tournaments on Speed Gaming. And yeah, that's about it. There's a Links to the Past NMG and a bunch of other Links to the Past tournaments. And other tournaments for other games. ChristosOwen gonna go do the bomb jump.
Now Christos finds his big key for Ganon's tower, so that's one relief off his mind. I think at this point it's safe to say that probably Meyer's Shed and Checkerboard Cave are a good place to go and try and find what's there, just to have the information of what's locking Misery Mire at the same time.
Well, actually, another thing I'd like to shout out, because, you know, randomizers, we're all the same. We're the same community, right? I believe it's today, the Super Mario Bros. 3 randomizer bronze match and finals will all happen back-to-back at 8 p.m. EST. I'm pretty sure that's today. Big John's in the chat. He's the man with the plan. He can correct me if I'm wrong, but that tournament's been sweet. If you're not watching that, you're making mistakes, man.
One can never have enough rando.
Christos going to Meyer area. Neither runner's done Smiths yet. Or maybe they haven't done the whole chain. Because we definitely haven't seen Purple Chest. They're probably trying to find a second sword so that they can combine it with that. With the Bombos tablet.
Yep, it looks like Chad has correctly guessed the Misery Mire that is locked by Quake also.
So, looks like Andy is headed to Swamp. That seems like the best play. Surprised he didn't take the, Oh, there's also the flute play. You'll check this then first. I'm surprised he didn't go and grab the purple chest first. Now with not only his flute, that seems like a decent play to do all of that combined, but he is the finalist. Oh, small key. Oh, guys, we don't have the small key to Swamp Palace. So that's a big gamble. Thinking face. Oh, yeah, he doesn't have the mitts. Mates, guys. Is he gonna check the one chest? Is ChristosOwen going into the estate? The only thing that can really be in Swamp is the bow. If we find a bunch of Turtle Rock small, if we find the other 2 Turtle Rock small keys here, this is not the best day for Andy. That could mean Ped. But that's very rare in Keysanity, so. And there's Quake, so that's our entrance into Turtle Rock. We also need Samaria. Boy, there's a lot that we still need. I mean, that's pretty much Keysanity for you.
That Quake location, though.
Yeah. Quality of Swamp Palace, there it is.
Well, at least by finding it right here, it's gonna tell Christos that, hey, maybe dipping into Swamp is a great idea right now.
Yeah, that's probably... I mean, with how long they've had... that's been accessible, and he has the mirror, he has the hammer, he has the hook shot, he's had them forever. It just seems like the most logical play. Quick work of the ball and chain guard there. He hasn't checked the castle tower, so he's gonna do that. Just gonna make the play and
Looks like Andy is looking for left side first.
ooh. Oh, what? I guess those rooms are connected.
It was interesting, to say the least.
Well, so not every room transition is actually like a full room transition, like completely load and then deload. Some rooms will save like things in the... Basically, the game works in quadrants. Some rooms are connected with each other. So in that case, you can use that bomb there and go back in and save it. And Christos right behind him.
Now, as soon as Christos finds his Quake in the first chest, he's going to be in a clear advantage over Andy. Just at least information-wise over what he can do and what he needs to do next.
So that Quake means... Oh, the small key Misery Mire. So that Quake definitely means that Misery Mire is going to have something... It's probably going to have something, I think. if we find Samaria here, Christos's lead is gonna keep growing, and I'm pretty sure that Christos is leading this. But that was huge. His early finds, his early route. Okay, and still it's like the only progression here is Quake. There's 2 more chests. Oh, never mind. There it is. There's Samaria. Okay, that's huge for Christos, and not so great for Andy. That was a really cool way to use that red boomerang. He knew exactly where to throw that. That's a crazy location for that cane.
Looks like Andy is opting to do the Fire Sword Argus fight,
Yeah.
which is...
Contrary to what people say, this is actually always faster than menuing.
It's faster if you do it right.
Well, yeah, as long as you're not missing. Oh, where is he? Is he considering doing menu strats instead?
Well, he is down
Nope.
to only 1 heart and a half.
Oh, he went to his bottle, but realized he doesn't actually have anything in them. That was very strange. He definitely hit it with the fire rod there.
Oh boy, that was close.
Yeah, he definitely hit it with the fire rod there. That was strange. And it still didn't go up. Oh, there's the blue mail. Nice.
Yeah, we didn't talk too much about it, but the males in this game, they reduce your damage, you know, so they're quite useful for the casual player. For these guys, a bit less, but still, blue mail especially is nice, just for Ganon alone. You do get hit occasionally, even if you're good, so be able to take a few more hits, yeah, we'll take it.
Oh, he's going to 3. He doesn't have many places left. The Easttown bid key might be logical for him to go to now.
Yeah, either that or he's going to check pedestal.
I don't know what else he could be doing here. It's got to be the mitts.
Yeah, there's nothing else to do around here in that part without the mitts.
He's there. Oh yeah, he's going there.
There we got it. Christos just found his Cane of Samaria. So So we can safely assume that he is gonna go straight to Meyer right after this.
Christos is probably feeling pretty good right now with that chance to Mario find.
Still,
Okay, so long fight ahead. Gotta do fighter sword spins. As long as both hits hit, it's not too bad to do, and it is definitely faster than going through the menu a billion times. It's still hard to do correct, as you can see, even Christos. Well, that was mainly just the random movement of Argus trying to ate back his puffball. And nice pitch up there. Getting 2 hits in there. And you had 2 hits again. Nice job. So both these runners, at pretty much the exact same time, will probably head to Meyer. And Andy just kind of paused for a little bit there. Yep. Straight to Meyer. Andy has a lot of places he can check. But I think that doing this crystal right away is a very good play from Christos.
now I do hope that Christos finds at least another sword or the bow inside Meyer, or Vitrus will be an awkward fight.
Good move killing the pterodactyl there, because the pterodactyl would have like flew and hit him a bunch of times. Really good bootsless rim there.
Indeed, using all of the cane strats.
Just gonna check the vanilla bid key chest first, it looks like. Or just gonna hit this button and then leave and just do, I don't know. There's a lot of options in this dungeon. This dungeon's quite open. Very confusing dungeon casually, too.
Yeah, so many small keys. And
There's the boots! Oi! I mean, that doesn't open up. Well, no, it does. That opens up 2 locations they can check. That could have it. That's interesting. And Andy's going straight to Meyer. And also finding the powder. And Christos got to continue through here. Andy's going to join him, find those boots. Small key, Mr. Myers, small key in a vanilla location, very strange. Oh, rude placement for all of these obstacles.
That feel when you just want to dash, but the game doesn't want you.
And there's another small turtle rock. That really is starting to point at Will there, or on Ped. That's if we find another small turtle rock, small key. So sorry, that is all of them. I thought that the counter was updated super fast, but it wasn't. But this is intense. This is good routing from Christos, by the way, to do this dungeon. In Keysanity, you can really change it. This is getting pretty close. Bow only. Wow. The fighter sword. This is nuts. So Fire Sword Vitreous is probably one of the hardest boss fights in the entire game.
We might actually see more bomb strats.
That is actually possible, especially since he is on bombs. Yeah, he's staying on bombs. Here we are, another bomb fight. Hope you guys enjoyed the first one. It's a few fighter sword swings. He's got red mail, so these guys aren't dealing as much as they normally do. Still, those fighter sword swings are not doing too much. But that's because this boss has got a ton of HP. Oh, gets hit with the laser there. That was a rude laser shot. Still so many hits to go. There it is. Oh, he's got him pinned in a corner. Just gotta back up a little bit to keep it going. This boss does not bounce predictably. And there it is, he's down.
Gets rewarded with a fetch quest. Now, of course, now that they have the boots and the shovel, it opens up a few locations here across the place.
I guarantee you he's checking that shovel right now. Probably then gonna check the boots locked spots. You can get 2 from Sanctuary. From there, it's Turtle Rock. But he doesn't want that to be where he goes. I think it would have actually been better to save and quit the Sanctuary, grab the Bond Crocs, then flute here. But that's like, it's like very small. It's like a very, very small thing. And it's just a piece of art.
That's right. He needs to also finish Ice Palace.
To a point, and that does open up the Pyramid Fairy. Has either runner checked the ledge yet?
I don't believe so.
What if the bow's been there the whole time? Oh, Andy did. Thank you, chat. It was just a bit 20. Nope. And it's Small Key to Ice Palace. So probably Ice Palace. Because, yeah, he never actually did finish that. He had to bail. But it looks like he's going to Turtle Raw. Yeah, no, Ice Palace. I thought he went to 1. His sound is slightly decent. So I thought he clicked it on 1 because I heard the noise.
Ooh, Andy is clutching it a bit here, only on 1 heart. But he has a fairy.
Yeah, this corner strat is a neat strat to do when you're low. You can't really get hurt here. I mean, he did, but I think for the most part you're safe here if you time it right. And he did after the first hit.
That was an interesting strat. Never saw that before.
I only recently saw that. Found out. I assume that it's the same. That part of the wall does not deal damage for the same reason that you can slide along, like the sides of holes. For whatever reason, when you're that close to the wall, it just doesn't seem to do anything.
Well, it's definitely a legit strat for low percent fights.
Yes. So we need the bow, we need a master sword. I love the low percent bomb shot for those penguins, by the way.
It's such a nice strat to see.
And the magical bat has a heart, giving us some love. So what is this? So we're going to see another fighter sword boss.
Yeah, but considering now he has bombos, he'll be able to use his fire rod a fair bit.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Well, I can, depending on how he sets this up, might be able to kill them pretty quickly if he gets the spin. Oh, he's switching to hammer. Okay. Why? Okay, show off. Why not? Okay, no, now he's pulling out the fire rod. Very good fight. He showed off very well.
It wasn't a bad idea to pull out the hammer, considering they were all grouped up. But yeah, as soon as they just go around the room like that, you might as well just pull out your fire rod and kill them as fast as possible. It is a race after all.
So I think we're going to see some Turtle Rock action here. Or Pyramid, or a quick... I'd almost want to check Pet here, but Pet is such a low percentage chance to be required in Keysanity. Like, it's actually ridiculously low.
Yeah, there's so many things that you can do before going for PID that might as well do those instead.
So here's the Pyramid Fairy check, which is a little bit long because you can't use dash. Well, you can. I wonder if we'll see it here. If he's going to do that. No, he's not. He's not going to risk the glitch. You can run if you hook onto something, and before the bomb gets to you officially, you can actually start a dash. So he's maximizing his speed as much as he can. Oh, he hasn't even checked the. You actually don't have to be on screen, I don't think, for that bomb explosion. So, Christos did wait, but I think you can just do it.
No, that's not a big key you want to see.
No. Hey, we found all the big keys this seed. That's cool. Looks like we're here at Turtle Rock, though.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I mean, it is full of items after all, so at this point.
Also, he's looking for a sword and the bow. If it was just one item, I think he might have checked the swamp bid chest first. But he's currently looking for 2 items. The pedestal check also probably isn't high value now that I think about it a bit more, because he doesn't even have Ice Rod. So it's either the Ice Rod's going to be here and he's going to beat the dungeon anyway, or worst case scenario, the Ice Rod is actually locked behind the Swamp House bid chest, and then the bow is on Trinet or the pedestal. That would be probably the worst scenario. Very low chance. We're probably going to find at least 1 sword here. I'd be very shocked if all the swords were in GT. And they could also be bow locked. There's a lot still up in the air.
And he coming up on his fight with Skull Stair shouldn't be too much of a problem. As we've seen in Christos' fight, you probably just use a few good, well-placed shot of the Fire Rod and a few hammer hits, and we'll say goodbye to the puffballs.
Yep. The Fire Rod deals golden sword damage, and the hammer deals tempered sword damage. Yeah, that was really good. Yeah.
flawless.
Okay, so I think Andy's. Oh. What is Andy checking? Checking Bombos tablet? No, Jin. Oh, right, the bomb. I forgot. That's right. Same order that Christos is. So Andy's pretty much just following in Christos' footsteps right now. Mimic cave right here. Another Smoky Hands Tower, not useful at all. It could be actually, depending on a bunch of things.
Yeah, at this point we might actually see a good clear of Ganon's tower to get a sword.
Okay, big question. What is Andy gonna do? Is he gonna go to swamp? Doesn't look like it.
You know, considering where he found the Titans, it could have been a good play for him to go to swamp.
He did not though, so. Again, there's like 13 items up there.
What a find!
Sorry, I missed it.
Half magic on the last chest on Laser Bridge.
Oh, that's
It's not progression, but it's still a nice quality of life item, I would say.
Oh, he missed the bird. Oh, on purpose. What's he checking now? Oh, Hera.
Yeah, Hera basement. That's not a bad play.
Also, where the heck is this bow? How is it not there?
It's nowhere.
Where are our swords? How is there only one sword? None of this makes sense anymore.
We're nearly 1 hour and 40 minutes in, and we're still on Fighter Sword. This is amazing.
If Ice Rod is in this basement, neither runner is going to be... Oh, and Andy's going to it first! This, if the bow's here, suddenly, this match, suddenly... Okay, if this is the bow, this is the one of the best matches I've seen in a long time. Please be bow. I like that Andy's just carrying the spot around and not actually using it. Or so that's Christos. Andy did the lot. There's they're two different people. This is still fun. I like the way that Christos did that room. No, it's not! It's a swamp bid chest? What is happening?
Oh man, now if Andy goes into Turtle Rock right now, he's
very far behind. He's not. No. Is he gonna? He's not gonna go to Turtle Rock. Andy's deciding Turtle Rock is not the play.
He's checking Spike Cave.
He's checking Spike Cave, and that he won't go back to Turtle Rock after this, right? Because that would require another flute. It would be faster to check the swamp. Is he just saying no to Turtle Rock? He says that it can't be there because if it's there, I lose. Because he with how late he found that Tyson's miss, that might be what he's thinking. He's gonna swap. Oh my goodness, he's mind gaming. He knows that if it's in Turtle Rock, he lost because of how long it took him to get the mitts. Oh my gosh, and there has to be something here.
Pretty much has to be.
It's either a sword, which means that the tablets are on, or it's the ice rod, which means they both got to go there, which might mean that Andy has to clear the dungeon while Christos runs through it, which time difference is a bit, but it's actually not that huge compared to other dungeons. It's the ball! It's the ball in go mode! This is a race, everyone. This is a huge race.
Oh yeah, they're very close from one another right now.
They are extremely close right now. They still need to find another sword, though. Probably going to be in GT.
I want to say that doesn't happen often, but that's twice today.
In the daily earlier,
yeah.
I still don't know where those swords are, so I had to quit for this. I assumed that all three were in GT.
The very last chest, my friend.
Oh, where was the silvers?
The chest right before that.
Oh, wait! Oh, that's such a cute seed. Fortunately, I had to leave because I saw. They're in this game right now where they still need a sword. Christos is doing the long way to check these two chests for a sword, which is the correct play. Again, harkening back to the daily earlier, where I think Bo was late, and this was at where you could actually do this to get to Helma Sorbal in quote-unquote go mode without a. Well, this is nuts. Oh man, okay. Oh, and Andy's skipping those chests. He's saying, you know what? I'm gonna hope it's there. He knows that he's behind with what he did there.
Or maybe he's trying to hover.
Oh yeah, he could. Nope. Yes, yes. He is hovering. Doing the map to buffer it. He's in there. He's in there. Oh man, that saves him a little bit of time overtaking the long way.
As far as hover goes, this one is not an easy one at all.
Changing direction during a hover is extremely difficult. Very good use of minor glitch. I mean, this race is insane. Here's the question: are these runners going to do the basement, or are they going to hope that there's a sword on their way up?
I don't know.
Like, I don't know if you do that.
I think they have to hope that there's a sword on either of these bosses here, either Helmasaur or Armos. Because hoping for a sword up Ganon's tower, not going inside the basement, is one big risk.
Could also be an Armos.
Because for the number of locations they've checked, it has to be in Ganon's tower where all the other swords are.
So Chris has 4 keys. So what he might do is he might check the 2 on the right side, use the key to enter to check the torch, and then go up GT. They'll at least check those first 2 on the right side for sure.
Yeah.
And even with 2 keys on Andy's side, that's also a possibility. The reason why is because you get a key up at the top no matter what from the Helmasaur, so you still has that extra key to burn on that door. And those are 3 item locations you can check very quickly. Andy is just barely behind right now. Like probably maybe 45 seconds to a minute, which these 2 are pretty equal when it comes to execution.
Yeah, but there's not a lot of execution to try and get past Christos here, so it's really going to come down to gambles inside Ganon's tower.
Yeah, both these runners are not going to have any. They're not really going to separate here. I don't see Christos making any major mistakes in Eastern of all places, a place that he's probably gone through hundreds of times, maybe thousands of times at this point in his ALTTP play, and same with Andy. But still, that's nuts. The gamble that he made to not go to TR completely paid off. It made complete sense. If something wasn't TR, with the way that the items were laid out to him, Andy or Chris was already in GT probably. If not, like, probably done.
Do you think the mushroom is a quick check?
It is a quick check. He's in Light World. I would do it. I think it's worth it. You consider filling up. No, you don't fill it. You probably don't buy potions. These guys probably don't need those potions. He's not. Oh, he is. Okay. Yeah, his audio is very slightly delayed. So I thought he clicked on 1 when he clicked on 2. Okay, is this a weapon trade? It's not. It's 5. It's the Ron blue item. So we're still on level 1 sword. Both runners are the same idea. Okay. This race was not close until, like, honestly, it was one decision, put Andy, like, just behind Christos instead of a full dungeon behind, and it paid off so much.
So
Oh, they're
as
both-
we're about to go inside Ganon's tower, you'll have to guess a chest which has a sword in it, so they need to progress further in.
Sure, and you know what, in this case, it's a number between 1 and 26. Because there are 26 chests in GT that they can access. Or possibly 27, because I'm seeing a lot of 27s in there. I might have discarded the Moldorm chest there by accident.
I'm gonna go with my usual non-Keysanity guess and say 2.
Nice. I will go. I guess Spike would probably be. It's hard to say. There it is.
I win!
Good job. I legitimately don't think that there were any spots left on the outside of GT. So again, this is still not like, oh yeah, and Andy's going there. Oh, he's even doing it in the same order. They think so alike. Is this still a tight race? Will they find Tempered up going up? Are they going to even check these chests? Oh, really good mimic throw from Andy.
I would say for Temper, yeah.
I don't know.
Temper would probably
I don't know if
make
you
the
check the
difference.
Helmasaur chests. Do you check the Helmasaur chests, or do you only check the other ones? Wow, perfect spike room from Andy too, and really good third room from Christos, and nice arrow. Okay, so he gets to the fourth room really fast. Oh, the skeleton stopped just before. Master Sword does make a significant difference in this fight. Or sorry, in this gauntlet.
Oh yeah.
Instead of one shot in everything with your sword slash, you instead only one shot the skeletons and the blue guys. Oh, never mind. You one shot the red guys apparently. I'm not sure what. Never mind. Okay, they are so close right now. Andy got through there way faster. And this, by the way, guys, this is just game 1. There's another game tomorrow at 4 p.m.
Yeah, and possibly a game 3 too on Saturday.
At 1 p.m. if that happens.
Also, we need to say that in Keysanity, it's
Let's
really
check-
rare that you're that close to your opponent.
Yeah, no, this is nuts. Okay, and it's checking all the chests. Will Andy check the Helmasaur chest, or will he just go? He is also checking them. What would happen if these guys tied?
I don't know.
And these guys' execution is probably on like the highest it's been in a while, because they're probably both practicing for the NMG tournament that's going on Speed Gaming right now. I think they're both in it. I'm not 100% sure if Christos is, but I know Andy is.
Andy here saved a bit more time by skipping the last chest by
Yeah.
hovering.
Hover saves about 6.5 seconds on that fight, I think it is, if you do it properly. Probably more, actually, considering he's... Oh, he's... So Christos is done? Okay. Oh my gosh, and Andy's done. They are, like, within seconds of each other.
Unbelievable.
Holy crap. Okay, so ChristosOwen's bat smashes through the hole at 1:56.16, and Andy's bat is smashing into the hole at 1:56.24. These two runners are within 10 seconds of each other right now. They have to do 12 spins in phase 1, 12 spins in phase 2, 4 spins in phase 3. Then they need to spin 4 times and throw out 4 silver arrows. Or I guess they have to spin and then throw out 4 silver arrows for the final phase. This is pure execution. And trying to fit in double hits where you can is crucial.
It's going to be interesting here, as he does have half magic and cape strats, so that's going to make him a lot easier.
Oh, yeah. I think I would still try to use cape here. Oh no, he's just going to use his hook shot. He's got to try to dodge out of this. Yeah, that cape might make the difference. Oh, Andy is doing this so well. Andy's falling behind, I think because of that cape. Oh no, they actually did it on the same phase! They entered Ganon. Oh my gosh, it produced the same phase. Oh my gosh. Andy's at 3 hearts right now. Andy's fight's insane. Oh no. Oh! He's stuck into the triple! Oh no, it's only a double! Oh! What? If he got that triple! What the heck? Okay. That is ChristosOwen with a time of 1:58.33 and Andy with a time of 1:58.40.
That was unbelievable. Unbelievable. I mean, if you guys wanted a better race than that, you could not have gotten it.
I just want to yeah, it's 7 seconds on stream, but the official time is also 7 seconds. Never mind. They both actually dot done. This is how close these two runners are. They dot done 2 seconds after they hit the button on their screen. That's how similarly these guys play. Even their out of game stuff is similar. This is not the final match either. There's a match tomorrow. Thank you very much for the bits. They're just, I think, taking a breather and chatting amongst themselves in the IRC. So tomorrow, 4 o'clock, Game 2. That Game 2 is going to be, again, these two runners, same time. It's going to be commentated by Herfy Durfy and Willow J. Bradley. He'll be right here on this channel. While we wait for them, I'll just remind everyone that I believe it's at 8 p.m. Eastern time. There's going to be a Super Mario Brothers randomizer tournament right here on this channel. If you've never seen Super Mario Brothers 3 randomizer, oh boy, you in for a treat. That's going to be the bronze match first, and then so it's going to be a bronze match first, and then the finals will be right after. So it'll be back to back to back. Seriously, if you
Man, I gotta say, if you guys found this race entertaining tonight, please leave these guys a follow. They do this daily, just race everybody just for fun. But now tonight they proved that hey, they can give you a really good show. So please leave these guys a follow.
Yeah, seriously, these two are great speedrunners. They do a lot of other things as well. Crystal's gonna get water. They missed me asking interview. I think I forgot to put a question mark, so that's actually on me. I think I just said interview. Yeah, this is crazy. If you want to support the channel so that more of these tournaments can happen, so that we can have more channels, there are a bunch of ways that you can do that. Bits are good. There's a donation button, I think, down below. Following and watching is the most important. Subscribing is cool because you get nice emotes. And there's also... Someone want to remind me if there's anything else. Oh, there's a Patreon. Also, Vanilla Ped.
Dark World Death Mountain. I hadn't even gone to Dark World Death Mountain at that point. Because I had Kane already. So I just like went straight to Meyer, finished Meyer. Oh, hey, they pulled us in.
Yeah, I
didn't hear anything you just said because you got pulled in and I didn't for like 5 seconds.
Cool.
Yeah, good game, Andy.
Everyone.
And hey,
GG's, dude.
Wow.
What a dumb seed.
So I'm keen to hear the commentators have to say about how this went.
Okay, so you guys for like the first 15 minutes pretty much exactly, were doing the exact same route, and then suddenly Christos decided that he didn't care about the logic, went to Death Mountain, and then continued to not care about the logic for about an hour. And then Andy did not go to Death Mountain, which meant that he never got the Titans for the longest time. So it really didn't look like it was going to be a blowout until Andy decided to just say, screw it, I don't have the ice rod, no turtle rock, let's go.
Yeah, that's such a good gamble.
I felt so behind that if it was in Turtle Rock, I was probably just going to forfeit anyways.
Hey, I was not sure. I thought that I assumed that too. I thought like with how late you got Titans, where you got Titans, that you would think, well, if if regression's there, Christos has it, and he's probably like fighting Ganon right now. So, yeah, that's
Yeah, I would have probably done the same as you, Andy, to be honest. Just checking the random bits that I hadn't done yet. If I found it late.
Especially with where Thieves Town Small Key was, just chilling there in Hera. I could have gotten like another hour prior.
See, I didn't really keep track of anything on the mountain. Like items I did, but keys, I didn't know that Thieves Town Big Key was on the mountain. And when I found mitts, like I didn't think, oh my god, this could be huge. I just assumed you would have gone up the mountain, because you usually do. Like you would usually sequence break up with hook and hammer.
Yeah, I got hammer after like Eastern. I went and got hammer from the back of Escape, and then I did like the southern Dark World loop, save and quit, went to desert, because I was hoping to find a fire source before going into desert.
You had hammer for that bonus.
Yes, I didn't need it, but I had it.
I had no magic and no hammer, because I went straight there after Eastern, and I had to take him down with bombs. And I was getting so scared, I only had 2 left at the end. I had 1 fire rod shot in the fight altogether. That was pretty intense.
What? How'd you have so little magic? Oh, I guess if you never beat Eastern, I guess. Well, I don't know how I had full magic then. I don't know.
I was killing everything for a prize pack drop, just couldn't find one. You probably just got one from a drop or trees or something.
Oh, I did get some from trees because I did the tier 3 pull after Uncle.
Oh, you actually also pulled ahead with hovering. The one in Thieves Town saved you obviously a bit of time. Because Christos also did the right side, just did it using the bow.
Oh, of pod.
Oh, in pod.
Yeah, and then
You
you obviously saved what?
I like went to go hit the switch and I was like, oh wait, there's 2 chests right here. I should probably try to get these once. And then I got it first try hover and was like, okay, cool. If I had dropped, I just would have gone and killed Helmsware.
Did you fall for the mushroom bait?
Oh yeah, I did mushroom.
Same, also.
There's no way I wasn't doing mushroom. I was like, all right, this takes like 15 seconds to check, and then I could just go straight up GT, or I could not find a sword until like post Armos.
What? So did you wait? Where did you find your sword upgrade? Because you normally get left. Oh, I guess you'd probably check the 2 chests.
I went right.
First.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna go right because I figured if we were still close somehow, that you would have gone right first. So I was just gonna.
See, I would have gone left because I knew you would have gone left. I really, really want to watch this back. I bet we made such similar plays early on and stuff. Except for the opponent, of course.
This run was nuts, honestly. Chat blew up when you decided to go away. When you pulled out the flute leaving Hera, Andy, chat flipped out, and then you went down, you missed it, and everyone was like, you could see a few people go, oh. And then you went to Spike Cave, and everyone was like, yes. But yeah, no, this is...
I was gonna leave Hera. Like, my mind was already made up. I was like, I'm not going in Turtle Rock. So when I did Hera Basement, I was like, okay, let's leave. And then I called the duck and was like, wait, I never did Spike Cave. Let's at least do that. Chris might have not done it. And then it was like arrows or harpies or something. I don't remember.
It's like any one little small decision would have just flipped this result. That's so great. I think this has got to be one of the closest Keysanity matches.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, if let's say if Andy didn't go to Mushroom, like Andy won.
Yeah.
Like, that's how close this was.
I checked 3 chests upstairs in GT for a sword.
He checked
you haven't rolled them as well, didn't you?
Yeah. At that point, I was like, this isn't going to be a sword. There's no point. Killing Moldorf takes too long. I'm just going to skip it. Oh, man.
So, the races I've had in the finals against Ben, it came down to like a Ganon fight as well. And again, this game between you and me, it's down to Ganon. That's nuts.
Oh, man. With where the stuff was, I can't believe this was a 7-second difference.
Dude, the Turtle Rock, that's hella time consuming with fighter swords. And it literally, like, I was expecting, if not the bow, at least a sword I was like, this is such a safe bet. I had all 4 keys and the big key. I was like, okay, this is the obvious place. And nothing. I got half magic. Oh my god! I got half magic in the last chest of Laser Bridge, and then I used Cape on Ganon to get in a load of spins with the Master Sword. And that probably won it for me. Jesus.
My phase 2 was really good. My phase 1, I like walked into Ganon and took a trident to the face. So I did all of phase 2 with 3 hearts, I think. So that was fun.
Well played though, dude. That's Keysanity.
Yep.
The Thieves big chest, Skull big chest, 1 big chest, all that good stuff.
It was bound to happen just for the number of big keys you found so much early on.
Yeah, and the one we didn't find, Swamp. Like, that was in Fat Fairy. Oh my god.
Yep, that was Pyramid Fairy.
So I, from my perspective, I was feeling pretty bad because I found Mitts straight away, and then after that I did Skullwoods, and then did a few of the flipper stuff, like went up to Zora and all that, and then I went straight to Ice at that point. But I still had, I don't know why I didn't have no magic. I just had such little magic in Ice, and I was like trying to farm all the way. I killed so many enemies. Didn't have bombos, and I checked everything and found nothing, and then spent a bit of time trying to get magic, and then just bailed in the end without Codster. So, like, that was a serious, like, 5 to 10 minute, well, not quite 10, but like 5 minutes of wasted time. Especially if you went there with boots, if you did Mire before Ice.
Yes, I did Mire. Mire was the first thing I did when I got Titan Smiths. Well, I did Smith, Hammer Peg, Purple Chest, and then just did Mire. Because I had already done Swamp at that point.
Yeah, we
Makes
got
sense.
some interesting fights too on different bosses. I mean, Vitreous itself was another interesting fight from both of you.
My death to Vitreous was real stupid.
Oh, you died to Vidi!
I got a fairy beforehand because I was like, dude, no bow fighter sword, I'm getting a fairy before I go in there.
Okay.
Powder was in Purple Chest. I don't know if you ever did that.
No, so I did everything overworld-wise, except I did Hammer Pegs as soon as I got Mitts, but I didn't have Mirror then, so I didn't do Smith or Purple Chest, and I didn't do any of the mirror spots either, except for Checkerboard. So I didn't do Ledge or K45.
K45 was an ice key, I think.
Oh man, that would have been so useful, because I was a key short in Ice to get the 8 bonus magic. Like, I was like, what do I do? I almost died to Freezor as well. I tried pushing the top block in the room before cold for some reason, and then he like, hit me 3 times last. Oh my god! And I like super panicked there because I didn't want to waste the magic with the fire. If I hadn't messed that room up, I would have had enough to do cold stare on my first attempt.
Oh my god!
So I was super mad.
So you didn't have enough magic for bombos?
I didn't have bombos.
Oh, you didn't have bombos. Where was bombos?
Pod.
Pod. Oh, it was like
So
Pod Vanilla Big Key Chest or something like that.
Pod was loaded, and sadly I did Ice before Pod, even though I had 5 keys. I really should have gone there.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, Pod was one of the last things I could do in Logic. Because I don't know. I'm like super gut feeling of whether I want to sequence break in Keysanity or not. Because it can just really lead you in the completely wrong direction.
Yeah, I think what I do is sequence break overworld stuff, but try not to sequence break dungeons. Like, especially with Ice Palace, like I sequence break that, and there wasn't a single useful thing there.
Yeah.
Where was Kane again?
Kane was block, chest, and swamp.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Pod was just loaded, so I wish I had went there earlier. It would have made overworld routing a lot better with Flute and Mirror. But yeah, I'm glad it was a close match.
I think everyone's excited for tomorrow.
Yeah, see you guys in 22 hours for another thriller.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. That one could have not been anywhere close, which again, like luckily that was nuts. Like the decision making throughout that whole seed. This is a match to watch for sure. This is definitely going in the close matches folder. Just right in there.
Yeah, I said to Andy before we got pulled in here that if he had won because he gambled on some big chest instead of going to Turtle Rock, I was going to be so mad about that. But luckily,
All right,
it didn't
so
happen like that.
yeah, I think it's a good time. Don't forget to follow the runners. My name is Zelness TV. Dynasty Zero is my co-commentator. Malajord was doing our track-in. There are 5 active speed gaming channels now looking at the schedule. Tonight, again, Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer Finals start at 8 p.m. Eastern. In about 10 minutes, there's going to be a Link to the Past, No Major Glitches match. There's going to be Rockman 2 on this channel later. Lots of Link to the Past, No Major Glitches actually tonight. Ori, Super Metroid, Zelda 2 weekly. Lots of things to watch tonight. So thank you everyone for watching. Have a wonderful day.